ready to go?
Yes, welcome back. So, what is
yourselves a second ship?
In a way, yeah.
what is
I don't
T?
trust or other to be fair. I just no fight at the moment. That's okay. At the moment, everything I just have to understand what's going on, what I'm going to do. So
What is Teague doing in all this?
Captain Tiga is being like held by the thread by you, I think.
Sure.
Since you
Well,
were threatening him.
Yeah.
So he's alive.
Okay.
Just
You
those his
didn't
ship
kill
and
him.
everything else.
Yeah. He basically saw his crew like mutiny in front of him and leave him on an enemy ship by himself. So as you can imagine, he's not very cheerful.
I go over to him. By the way, you want to know what really happened to the other you? We took over your ship.
Yeah, about the same thing, really.
And then you tried to fight me, and I took your weapon as a peace offer from you. Wanna see it? It's down there.
He spits at your feet.
Is this a wise decision?
Another slight misstep. Happens to the worst of us. Uh, I'll
By the way,
tighten my coils a bit.
I'm feeling very sadistic at the moment, and
One's cold.
getting the rapier I got from him. Is that familiar?
Never mind.
He spits on the rapier.
Looks like it might become very familiar.
Intimately familiar.
You guys
So,
need killing.
You want to introduce it really, and you're not thinking about maybe making yourself useful.
And join that dirty traitor, and he like beckons to, or like he nods towards your M.
Well, let's say it like that. Good captains don't have to deal with treason.
You should ask him where they were headed.
He's making a break for it. He's trying to jump off the ship.
Okay, well, I have no intention of letting go.
I guess you guys will have to match strength against each other.
Yes.
Yes, I have stats. This is amazing. How good is Guide? Fighting.
Fighting with physique.
Yeah, physique.
No, no.
When I see him struggle, I point the what's this? This is the index, right?
Yes. Your index finger.
I point it between his eyes, a bit glowing, like it happens when I load my laser. So, do you think it is a good idea to struggle like that? If you say yes, then use your final words after that wisely.
We're pretty far out to sea, right?
Yeah, you are.
Where was it exactly you were going?
That's none of your business.
How did you react to the finger 1 centimeter before his?
He trembles a little, but he stays firm and doesn't say anything.
Really, is there land around here? It sounds like it's about to be our business.
I'm quite impressed. You're not the sea you were in our time, right? So, any ideas how we should go on now? Last chance to
He doesn't
suggest
say
something.
anything.
Hmm?
He doesn't say. Or he says, "Well, you could let me go."
Wrong answer. And do I have to roll something, or is it?
I'm pretty
just...
sure that if you want to kill him, you can kill him.
Oh, hold on. I haven't had a toy in a while, and I'd like to enjoy this one for a while,
Wow.
for a bit at least.
Okay. Just fix him that he can't run away, and then you have your own pet. You hear that? You're Squidmore's pet now. Have fun.
So, which limb do you like least? And I'm gonna try and provoke some information out of him.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, it's pretty good. Oh, I'll totally say. He certainly wouldn't want to try the patience and mercy of the butcher of Gallows Bay.
Most certainly not. So, yeah, he grudgingly tells you that they were on their way to collect the hand for the government.
They're gonna collect our ship for the government?
No, you idiot.
Oh, the hand. I see.
Yeah, where is it?
And where were you going to swim off to?
Away from here.
Oh, just
try my luck at the seas than that lunatic, and gestures to Cypher.
I see.
Heard that. Not going to get your chances better.
Well, you may get your chance. So, I think after we get maybe a few more hours out to sea, let him walk the plank.
Oh dear, our webcam dies.
Yeah.
I'm not a friend of making animals suffer.
On the other hand, if
he knows about the hand of Lucifer, where it is, he could lead us there.
Well,
okay.
If he gave us some information that brought us closer, he might even keep his life.
Can you guys see us?
No, we see a blue pattern.
Yeah. This is stupid. Wow.
But I want to refresh because you.
Oh,
yeah. Should we try refresh? I think we're close to.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think we all need to refresh. I'm feeling not so fresh.
Okay, go ahead, because then the stuff won't work either.
Mm-hmm.
So, he offers you. Oh, I see a bread.
Ah. Welcome back.
Hi.
I didn't see a cipher though. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There's a cipher loading in. So he makes you a deal. You leave me on solid ground somewhere, and I'll tell you. And he looks like, horrified by the idea of helping you guys. But I'll tell you where to find the hand.
I would say deal, but if there's any funny tricks you try, you're going to regret it. And regret doesn't mean you die. It means you will learn every possible way of pain and humiliation in every intensity possible.
Okay, go ahead and provoke the guy.
Damn it.
Well, I'm sure there's like some aspect that you could use to reroll that, or get a +2.
Maybe the Hellish Berserk one?
That would do it.
Then I just get the +2 and I'm done with it.
Okay. You see that he, does consider crossing you guys, but then he says, "Okay, give me a map."
Can we dig one out that doesn't have that isn't the treasure map?
We had some, I think.
Yeah, you had maps like this cross. Like I put that down out, but that would be a separate map technically. So he draws a cross over here.
Okay.
Is it under the sea?
No, it's the deal was that I show you where it was, not that I do your job for you.
Well,
Lip.
you are still in a bad situation to bargain.
I'm starting to feel bad for the guy.
Yes, a deal's a deal. So, I'm gonna try and find like a
I'll just
like
write down what the deal was.
Yeah.
He shows us where the hand is. We leave him outside solid ground.
And that's a very description.
He did say it like that.
He did.
Yeah, and I
Just leave him at solid ground in whatever state. That's not.
That's even worse. So I'm gonna try and work with the navigator to find the tiniest of islands.
Well, there's plenty few to choose from. There's this little island. There's the islands above Isla de los Lagos. You can always try to find a rock in the sea. You've heard that the serpents of the Sea of Serpents live on a big rock. You could try and leave him there. Of course, that would put you in mortal peril to try and get close enough.
Okay.
There's no need for that. We can do it whenever we want. We can leave him whenever and wherever we want. So no. Just when we find it, when we find the place, then we can talk about everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I
If you put me on solid ground as fast as you can get in a reasonable state, and by reasonable I mean alive and unharmed, and this land is also inhabited by people,
what?
then I will give you a little bit more information. And no tricks this time. This is my last offer.
I'll tell you what.
Add that you won't ever cross us again and be in any way harmful to us, and then we have a deal.
A moment.
Except one thing.
I mean, it would be. We would be. If we were to accept that deal, you'd know that we'd be lying. Obviously, we can't leave you on an inhabited island, but we can leave you unharmed on on one that can support life. What do you say?
Fine, but I'm not promising that I'm not coming after you.
Very well.
Where did
That's fine to me,
sail to? Because they might get the hand before us.
They might.
Because from what I know, M would go for it if the crew was already going there.
Well, it was that general direction. Not exactly, but she might have been smart to not take the direct route.
So you might, stop playing with your toys that much and go there.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Yeah, I mean, is there an uninhabited like sandbar of an island on the way?
I'm sure you can find a little island here or there.
Okay.
You want one that supports life, right? So more than a sandbar, probably.
Slightly.
Sure, you can find a little island somewhere.
Okay.
Wait, we still don't know if he's telling the truth.
Oh, he's
Well, you
here.
can
Yeah, where's he gonna go?
pick him up later.
Okay, that's true.
So,
Do you leave him with a pistol with one bullet?
We should.
what?
And
No.
and a sword made of wood.
I mean, that's customary to when you maroon somebody, you give them a pistol with one bullet, so that when
Do we have a pistol with one bullet?
Sure.
I'm sure he has a pistol, and I'm sure you can take all but one bullet out.
Okay.
Well, let's do a slightly better kindness than that. We'll leave him with. How about we leave him with a fishing hook and some line?
I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Now, you had a bit more information. You said.
Yes, I do. The island is not sunk, but you can only get there with somebody who's been there before.
And who has been there before?
I have not. I've not been there before. I've heard some rumors that the old fellow on Patria Pirata has been there.
Longtail Jones?
Telltale Jones.
Oh, Telltale Jones.
That was his name.
Was someone from your crew on this island before? On your former crew?
No, but we have our own resources.
What do you mean by that?
Why does he keep putting himself in that situation? We're going at it again. They have a relic provided by the government of the Seven Seas that is used to break unfindability curses. But that won't help you very much since you don't have it.
All right.
Okay.
Now, I've
Well,
provided you with your information. Now leave.
yeah, we'll drop him off and
If you insist.
and attempt to catch up with the other hand. Then.
I don't think
Okay.
that will help us much. Or will it?
Well, you could follow it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we are fast enough. That is.
If you manage to catch up, sure.
I think that's our only possibility, anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe
At least to get there before they do, or at the same time. Otherwise, if their charm works, there's no way that we're going to get to Patria Parata and back before they just get there.
So that's how good their navigator is.
Okay.
You don't just have to beat that. I think you have to beat that with style to catch up. Maybe that's a bit much. How about a 6 being enough?
All right. Can I get some help from our navigator?
Sure. Let's see if he definitely creates you an advantage.
Look, it's Hedwig.
The navigator.
The navigator has suddenly become very furry.
Yeah. I guess I'll include the advantage. Ha! Ha!
Nice.
plus advantage.
That includes the advantage.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if more is necessary to okay.
The 6 is enough to catch up to the hand. The other M has some tricks up her sleeve, but you know all the tricks in the book. You've sailed for many a year as a famous captain, and you just avoid all the reefs she's trying to lead you past, and all the diversion tactics of supposedly going left and right. And you soon you find yourself on her tail.
Excellent. Well, if we had let her escape entirely, I don't know when we'd get the chance for you to slip aboard and replace her.
Don't kill me.
Why are you so obsessed with yourself? You don't even know yourself.
You were obsessed with your sister.
That's reasonable. I thought it was the same person.
Yeah, that's much healthier.
So, yeah, I suggest we end the session here. We can still do some wiki stuff and whatever.
Sure.
And then, next session we'll see what kind of trouble you get yourself into in search of the hand.
Sounds good.
Is there anything else dimension breaking stuff on the island that we can exploit without knowing? Probably
so why don't you guys Asphodel's in there. So tell me about the wiki entry that you added, Scholar Mark.
Yeah, I have to open the wiki again. Wait a second.
You need a private message. Going to do.
There we go.
So what wise words do you have for us today?
I got the Song of Recreation. And this is the rumor about a magic instrument that has the possibility to correct any mistake in the past 3 days. If you play it, everything will be turned back like it was 3 days ago, exactly, everything. No multiverse theory, but you will go just back, everything gets rewinded. And in the next 3 days, you can always return to that point by playing the instrument again if something went wrong by correcting it. When you reach the point, you played the instrument first to go back 3 days. The instrument breaks and can never be used again. Albon stole the instrument from Queen Islika, by the way, or her man, because he was fearing they could use it to bring her back, and that would be a pity.
Wouldn't it? Be horrible. Yeah.
Scholar Brad, tell us what wise knowledge you have for us today.
The Plane of Fire. Much scholarly confusion surrounds the subject of the Plane of Fire, and this is attributable to the fact that all otherworldly creatures capable of producing flame are usually, but quite mistakenly, assumed to hail from a common extra-dimensional origin. However, both Marcella's tome, The Burning Shadows, and the wizard Emalantra's ancient treatise, Of Those Beyond, clearly indicate that salamanders, the fire elementals, not the little amphibious creatures, Afrits, and hellhounds all originate from distinct extraplanar realms.
That's it.
Indeed.
And what did you discover, Scholar Dimi?
Well, my research was more, of actual history and fact, not such.
Lights of fancy.
Not such fiction, I guess. But I did write an article about the serpentine.
Serpent Perdida.
Yeah, exactly. It used to be a proud and a self-sufficient tribe, which was known and respected by all the creatures of the sea and everything that lived on the islands around it. Then some time passed when this tribe was prosperous and well known, as I said. But a shaman became very hungry with power and decided to follow the path to greatness with not very accepted upon means. He purchased an artifact presented to him as a tear of God and used it, but obviously he was tricked into buying something else. Who knows what exactly it was, but his experiments and his magic sunk the island, and his tribe was scattered and lost. They do still roam the lands and seas around where they used to live, but there's nothing left of their greatness and culture anymore.
Well, that's just ridiculous. You call yourself a scholar, and then you can't even tell us what the artifact was supposed to be.
Well, I'm still researching the subject, obviously, but you guys here rushed me in front of all these people, and I'm presenting what I have so far. It's much more than you both gave us. So
You're saying that, okay? You really said that.
And I'm sure there'll be a footnote in the future to add such details.
I'm sure there will be. Much more qualified scholars.
Thank you.
So, shall we move on to a footnote or two?
If you want to, like I said, I don't see the need to do the footnotes. We couldn't always put this up on the forums if people want to see it, and like if we do all the footnotes, we'd be like, I guess it feels like we'd be rambling up a story. So
Yeah.
Okay.
what we do still need to do is stuff to do with your crew name and your flag. Since you guys didn't reach a consensus so far, I suggest we put a bunch of names up on the forums and let you guys can vote on the poll, and anybody else who wants can do that as well. That sound reasonable?
Sure.
Okay.
So on the forums where?
I don't know. It's your forum.
Oh, well.
Pick a good spot.
I can just make a straw poll, though, if you want.
Yeah, but it has to be posted in a forum or a place where people would see it. That's the point.
Yeah, I'm sure like Brad's forum must have some kind of a poll first thingy tied to it.
Yeah. Well, we can post the straw poll to chat at the very least.
Okay. Then I'll just create it.
Okay.
Question: crew
Can
name.
you open Skype?
So, any suggestions?
When it comes to a flag,
So,
you guys made a bunch
for
of
first flag. Okay, then flag.
Well, hold on before you do that. Like, Brad made a suggestion for a flag. Demi agreed with it, and you didn't say anything about it. So, if you guys already all agree about Brad's flag, then there doesn't have to be a poll about that. If you have other ideas, then there should.
I think the general, the flag is alright like that. We can maybe change it up a little in the future, but
yeah, you should totally be like, okay, it's like that, but then it has this or that different. Like you could add angel wings for a cipher behind it, or something like that, or a big explosion to signify M. I think like that was a suggestion to use that flag but change it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Does that work for everyone?
Sure.
Okay, so then it's just the team name.
Okay. Just say the ideas you got, and I will add them.
Okay, Brad, what is your nomination? If you didn't know anything by heart, there were a few suggestions in the Skype chat that you can reread and suggest the one you like most or whatever.
Okay. So the ones that were proposed. I don't have Skype open at the moment. Failing.
You suggested something.
And so I suggested harbingers or ruiners, and then Mark, you were thinking like
Harbingers of the Fall, or something like it to make it a bit more epic.
Yeah.
And I suggested Ashbringers. You guys totally don't have to go with that, but like I was thinking Ash would suit you well, since you guys
To be honest,
tend to
I
burn
don't
down
like
the world
that.
around you, and hopefully create something new out of the ashes. And Demi suggested the salty dog. So like, but which are you gonna suggest, Brad? After like that conversation.
Yes.
What is now your opinion? Will you stick with your original? Will you change it?
I'd be happy with Harbingers of the Fall or Harbingers of Ash.
Of the what?
Of Ash.
I like that.
Okay. You can add them both.
Okay.
Harbingers of the Fall and Harbingers of Ash. What is your suggestion, Mark? Or are you like, does that already include your suggestion?
Ask me last.
Demi, what is your suggestion?
I like my original one, and Brad's Harbingers of the Ashes cool as well, and I like just Ashbringers too. So I guess I would add two of them, which are Ashbringers and the Salty Dogs. I know Haz said she thinks it doesn't really fit, but I kind of see it as, you know, him being the dog that always sniffs around. Cypher is the dog that's always, you know, barking and fighting people. And Squidmore is just the big dog that's just sitting there, and then when it's needed, you know, barks and then bites someone's head off. I, I like it, so I'm going to submit that as well.
Okay. How about you, Mark?
I think the Harbinger thing, I like that. I'm just thinking about a better word maybe than fall. I like fall, but I think it would be better if we find something that everybody likes as addition in the end, like Harbingers of
Pressure?
none of but, actually I like fall, but maybe we should. Yeah, I like fall.
Harbingers of
I'll
the Salty Dogs.
keep it.
Salty Harbinger Dogs.
Of the Ash.
And full. That's full. And creative.
I don't come up with a better word than fall at the moment. Is the problem? Harbingers of the New World or Harbingers of Hell or of Doom. That all sounds a bit over the top.
Harbingers of the End.
Alpha and Omega, if you really want to make too much. Like the crew with a god complex, Alpha and Omega.
Well, it's up to you. Like, you know, you guys aren't the only ones that can vote on the poll, so I suggest that you put stuff in there that you like.
Yeah. I think actually we can do it with this 3 suggestions, and I know what I take.
There would be 4 suggestions. There's 3, you're missing one. Brad suggested 2, and Demi suggested 2 as well. You should have Harbingers of the Fall, Harbingers of Ash, Salty Dogs, and Ashbringers.
Okay, Harbingers of the Ash. I thought that was dismissed.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of like Ashbringer.
And I
make the straw poll so that people can vote for more than one.
Oh, that I didn't do it like that. I think it would be not fair if we made it like that, to be honest.
Why? Well, even if, for example, I like 2 or 3 of the names, and I would vote for all of them.
Okay, then I'll just recreate it fast.
Thank you.
Problem.
Yeah, thanks. Very cool. Thank you, then.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay. So on Harbingers of Ash, I think it probably shouldn't have the in it. And maybe just like Ashen Harbingers. I don't know.
That's the new one. And you can vote.
Okay, well then you can post that to the forums or to chat or to both or whatever you want, and you guys can vote on it as well. I'll refrain from voting because it's your name.
Well, you can vote as a viewer.
Yeah.
No, I'll leave the voting up to you guys.
Okay. So I posted it to chat, and we'll
If
perhaps
you
I'll.
want to, like, tweet it out or whatever.
Yeah, I will do that.
Well, that one is helped. That this straw poll helped at the moment. If you look at the results, that's
Yeah, they all have one vote.
Well, I haven't voted yet.
Know your vote then.
Yeah.
I could be lying.
I should have said that. Now he knows his might.
Don't worry. I'm sure chat will screw things up for you guys.
On chat.
I think that's that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We need a new player,
Yes.
so we can arrange that outside of stream time.
Yeah. I'll work on it. So, thank you guys. That was a lot of fun, as usual. Let me see. And in terms of what's coming up, I actually have a schedule up, which is sort of a new thing. So let me consult that while I'm doing this. It's a little easier. So I probably won't be casting tomorrow or the next day, but Saturday will be the usual taking Waterdeep at 10:30 p.m. PST. Sunday, the Dark Revelations also won't be happening. I'll probably just do play some Magic. I'll definitely be casting that day though. Then on Monday, I'll be guesting with Eric Vulgaris playing Monster Hearts. I'm totally looking forward to that. Like playing out unresolved teenage donks as a monster. And then on the 19th, there'll be a demo of the Open Legend role playing game played with the devs. I've checked out the system a little bit. It looks pretty cool. Looks like it's it's a fantasy setting, but it incorporates some of the newer like some of the newer concepts in role playing games to like move things forward and not have and strike a balance between role play and role play. So that should be pretty cool. And then on the 20th, as well as the usual Taking Waterdeep at 1 p.m., I'll be guesting on Encounter Roleplay, doing something, probably some version of 5e, but I haven't had confirmation on exactly what we're. Should be cool. The guys over there are pretty great, very professional. And I think that's it. Thanks again.
It's busy
Yeah. Next week's gonna be kind of crazy, but fun. So have a good one. I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully we'll have a new face.
Hopefully.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye.